Our topic is motion. As you know, one equation is left, and that is third equation of motion, and you can write in this way: position velocity relation. Position velocity relation. Yes, is pending. Now this is the time for a value from equation first, that is V2 minus 1 is equal to T2 of T2 minus T1. T2 minus T1 first. Now putting this value equation x2 minus x1 is equal to v1 plus v2 upon equation first. As you know, you can take this equation v2 minus v1 is equal to t2 minus t1 a. Now, and from ST relation you can take this one. Now put this value of t2 minus t1 from the equation first in this second equation, so that we can take the position velocity relation. Okay, and this relation you can calculate it if t2 minus t1 is left from this equation. Okay, now x2 minus x1 is equal to v1 plus v2 bracket close upon 2 t2 minus t1. What is the value of t2 minus t1? Now t2 minus t1 is neglected from there, and instead of this we are taking v2 minus v1 upon a. Now in this equation you can see there is no t. So now the relation is arising, position velocity. Now solve it. X2 minus x1, v2 plus v1, v2 minus v1. This thing can be written as v2 square minus v1 square. You know this? You know this thing, a plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. Okay. Now v2 square minus v1 square upon 2a. Okay. Now you have to put, instead of x2 minus x1 as v2 minus v1, v2 is what? V square minus v1 is u square upon 2a. Okay. In this way, we can take position velocity relation. V square minus u square is equal to 2a. Okay. Now the next thing is average acceleration. Average acceleration. Short topic is this. How can you take average acceleration? If any object has variable acceleration, okay, then how can you calculate average acceleration? Then for this, we have a formula. You have to note this thing: a1 t1 plus a2 t2 upon a1 t1 plus a2 t2 upon total time t1 plus t2. Okay, and now we are taking one numerical for this. A particle is moving with the uniform acceleration 4 meter per second square. A particle is moving with a uniform acceleration 4 meter per second square. Okay, 4 meter per second square for time 2 seconds. For time 2 seconds. Only for 2 seconds, it is accelerating with 4 meter per second square and then 5 meter per second square. And after that, 5 meter per second square for time 3 seconds. 3 seconds. What is the average acceleration of the object, of the particle, you can say, of the particle? How can you solve this thing? By applying this formula. Here all the values are given. This value is a1, this value is of a2, this value is t1, and this value is t2. Now put all these values in the above relation. A average acceleration a1 t1, a1 is 4 meter per second square, t1 is 2 seconds, then 4 into 2 plus a2 t2 5 and 3, 5 into 3 upon t1 t2 2 plus 3, 2 plus 3. Now A average is equal to 8 plus 15 upon 5. That is 15 plus 8 is 23 upon 5. Now 5 4 are 20, 5 6 are 30 meters per second square. Now this is the average acceleration in this case, 4.6 meters per second square. Okay, are you getting my point? Good. Now the next thing is now we are studying about some graph. Sorry. Velocity time graph, VT graph. Okay. First, when the object is moving with zero acceleration. First graph is on when an object has zero acceleration. Zero acceleration. Then, what is the nature of graph? VT graph in this condition. In this condition, the velocity time graph will be straight line parallel to time axis. Okay. In this, acceleration value is 0. You can see here there is no rise in its velocity. After the passage of time, velocity becomes constant. Velocity is constant here at every instant of time. At every instant. Okay. If velocity is constant, there is no acceleration. You know this thing. You have to draw this type of graph in this case. Now, second thing is When an object is moving with constant positive acceleration, moving with constant positive acceleration. Positive acceleration is this. Okay. Positive acceleration with zero initial velocity. Zero initial velocity. Okay. Then what kind of graph will be there? In this case, if acceleration is constant, means velocity and time ratio is constant, always constant, means equal change in velocity in equal time interval, then the straight inclined line graph you have to draw here. Okay, this is the case of constant acceleration or uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration. And initial velocity is 0. Okay. But what happens when initial velocity is not 0 and there is some positive value? What happens if non-zero initial velocity is there? Non-zero initial velocity. Then how can you draw the graph for that? Suppose this is the value at the initial stage of the particle, then your graph will be of this type. Okay, straight inclined line from this point. Okay, this is O origin. Okay, because initial point is this, and here this point is initial velocity point you can take in the another case. Now the third case is when an object is moving with increasing acceleration having zero initial velocity. Third case is increasing acceleration with zero initial velocity. What is meant by this? Increasing acceleration, positive acceleration is this. The value of acceleration is increasing rapidly. Okay, and zero initial velocity. Then what kind of graph is there? The nature of graph will be from zero initial velocity, you have to take in this way, not like this. Okay, you have to take like U. Okay, in this way. Okay, firstly, increase in the acceleration is very less. Increasing acceleration is very less, and after some time you can see here the maximum increase or raise in the acceleration is at what point? Okay, now let us take one thing here. At what point the raising in velocity is higher, maximum? Your answer will be at B. Why? You know this thing? How you can say this thing? Yes, because there you have to take slope, tangent in this way. Tangent is the touching line on this surface, not cutting line, only touched line. This is T2 at this point. And in both the situation, if we are considering this x-axis, then the angle with this and the angle of this, which one is greater? At point B. That's why if slope of this point is greater, then acceleration value is also greater here. Okay, this is the method for studying graph. If A1 is the acceleration in this case, A2 is the acceleration in this case, the slope at point B is greater than A, so acceleration A2 is greater and acceleration A1 is less. Okay. Now the next case is when an object is moving with constant negative acceleration with positive initial velocity. Yes, as this is also the case, very, very important case. Case is what? Case is moving with constant negative acceleration. Constant negative acceleration with positive initial velocity. Means no zero velocity is there, initial, positive initial velocity. In this case, VT graph is this. Now this is positive initial velocity. U is plus here. Okay. And negative acceleration means velocity is decreasing and constant means in equal amount. So straight inclined line, but in this way, in downward direction, you have to take. Okay. This is the graph which show you the constant negative acceleration with positive initial velocity. Okay. In this way, you can take all the graphs. Now, after this, they are the very, very important diagram for you. This is for uniform motion, you can say zero acceleration. This is for uniform acceleration. This is variable acceleration. This is negative acceleration graph. Now the position time graph. Now position time graph. Position time graph. When an object is moving with uniform positive acceleration, uniform positive acceleration. Okay. Then what will be the nature of ST graph? Position time graph. In this case, how can you take the nature of graph? Then you can take the nature of graph in this way, curvilinear. Now, if the object moving with negative acceleration, uniform negative acceleration, then what will be the nature of graph? What will be the nature of graph? Then graph will be in this way. Okay, in this way we have to take. When an object is moving with zero acceleration, third case is acceleration is zero, then what kind of position time graph in this case? Then if acceleration is zero, it means it moves with the uniform velocity, and in case of uniform motion or uniform velocity. If initial velocity has some value, then you can take a straight inclined line. From origin also you can take all these graphs. Okay, but here we are taking some position at time 0. That's why we are doing like this. Okay, now the next thing is very important thing. Distance traveled by uniformly accelerated body in ns seconds. Very important article, and on this article there are so many questions in competition exam as well as in CBSE. Distance traveled in ns seconds, and all these are the topic on based on uniform acceleration. Okay, distance traveled in ns seconds. Okay, at any instant you can calculate, you can determine the, you can measure the distance traveled by the. If let us say u is initial velocity, a is uniform acceleration, okay, Sn and Sn minus 1. These two terms are distance traveled by the body in n seconds. This is distance traveled by the body in n seconds, and n minus 1 second. Okay, n seconds and n minus 1 second. Now, what is the distance in nth second? Now let us take dn here. Dn. Okay, and this dn is the distance in nth, not n second, nth second. Only in the last second, how much distance is covered by the body? If we are talking about the distance which is covered in nth second only, not in n second, not in n minus 1, then in this case we have to take the difference of whole distance covered by the body and 1 second less distance covered by the body. Okay, suppose an object is moving for 10 seconds. For 10 seconds, 0 to 10 seconds, an object is moving. Okay, now in last second, how much distance covered by the object? How can you take? By taking the whole distance in 10 seconds minus distance in 9 seconds. Then we can calculate the distance in last second. Okay, in this article we are doing this thing. For ns second, how can you calculate the distance traveled? Means individual seconds you can take the distance. If an object moving for 10 seconds with uniform acceleration, in first there will be less speed. After 3 or 4 seconds, the speed will be increasing. If acceleration is there, positive acceleration is there. Okay, then in the beginning there will be the very less distance covered by the object, and after the passage of time, the acceleration will be increases and the value of distance in every second will be increasing. Okay, now this is the case. You can see in this diagram also. Let us take an example if acceleration is 5 meter per second square. What does it mean? 5 meter per second velocity is changing in 1 second. This is the meaning of this value. Suppose initially it is at rest. An object at this point, initially it is in rest. After 1 second, you can say its velocity will be 5 meter per second. After 2 seconds, what will be its velocity? 10 meter per second. Okay, after 2 seconds. You can see this when the velocity is increasing from 0 to 5, then obvious distance covered in this time is very low as compared to when the velocity goes on increasing from 5 to 10. Now after 2 seconds, the velocity is 10 meter per second. Means in 1 second, it will cover 10 meter. But in this situation, velocity is 5 meter per second. It means 5 meter in 1 second. So after passage of seconds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like this, the velocity is going on increasing. Means distance in every second is increasing. In first second, there will be less. In second second, will be more. In third second, again more. Okay, then that. And in this way, we can calculate the distance in every second. If you want to take the distance covered in 2 seconds, then you can calculate by this formula. Now solve it. What is Sn and Sn minus 1? Equation of motion, you remember? Ut plus half At square. This is the equation of motion. From there, now let us take the value of Sn. Sn for n seconds, how much distance for n second, not nth second. Remember this thing. For n second, I am taking Sn. U instead of t, I am taking n because n seconds are there. Maybe 10, 20, okay, plus 1 by 2 a n square. This is the equation. Okay, this is the equation for total distance in n seconds. For n minus 1, this formula becomes Sn minus 1 u n minus 1 plus 1 by 2 a n minus 1 whole square. Okay, now put in this equation and calculate the value of dn. Now dn becomes Sn minus 1. Okay, un plus an square by 2 minus Sn minus 1 u n minus 1 plus half, minus is here. Now take bracket for this a n minus 1, bracket close. Now solve it. dn will be, what is the value of dn here? By solving, you can write un plus an square by 2 minus, multiply this un minus minus plus u plus minus minus. Okay, minus 1 by 2 a n minus 1 whole square, a n square minus, yes, minus half a n square plus a n minus, we can write a by 2. Okay, now un to un cancel, an square by 2, an square by 2 cancel, and the remaining thing is plus u and plus an minus a by 2. This is dn. Now on simplification, by simplification, we can take a common from there, then dn becomes u plus a n minus 1 by 2. Okay, now take LCM, then dn becomes un plus a by 2 2n minus 1. Now this is the formula. Please note it. dn is equal to un plus a by 2 bracket 2n minus 1. By this formula, we can calculate the distance traveled by the particle in any second. In any second. No need of 10 second, 20 second whole time. Okay. If an object is accelerated uniformly. Okay. Then you can apply this formula. Okay. Now let us take an example for this. One numerical based on this article. Only value I am taking from the numerical. A particle having initial velocity 5 meters per second. If an object moving with initial velocity 5 meters per second, okay, moves with the constant acceleration 2 meters per second square. And acceleration is given, constant acceleration is this, uniform acceleration is this, 2 meters per second square, and for a time 10 seconds. Time is given 10 seconds. Okay. Total time is given 10 seconds along a straight line. Find the displacement of the particle in the last 1 second. In the last 1 second. And the total distance traveled in 10 seconds. Okay. You have to calculate dn and Sn. Sn is the total distance covered in 10 seconds. In 10 seconds. But this is the displacement or distance in 10th second. Only 10th second. Okay. Now apply, because I am talking about this formula. This one is easy and you have studied in 9th class also. Now take this d10 first. We know that dn u plus a by 2 2n minus 1. Put the value here. What is, no, n is not here, only u is there. U plus a by 2 bracket 2n minus 1. What is the value of u? 5 plus, what is the value of a? 2 by 2 from there. Now what is the value? 2. What is the value of n? N is what? N is what? N is here 10 minus 1. Now solve it. 2 to 2 cancel. 5 plus 20 minus 1. 5 plus 90. 24 meter is that. But total distance, what is total distance in this case? Okay, this is the formula. But in case of n, you have to take this formula in this way, or you can take this one also. No problem is here. U, what is the value of u? 5 into, what is the value of n? 10 plus 1 by 2. What is the value of a? 2. What is the value of n? 10. 10 square is 100. 2 2 cancel. Okay. 5 10 50 plus 100. Total distance covered in 10 seconds, 150 meter. You can see here. This thing is, okay. In 10 seconds, the total distance or displacement is 150, but in 10th second, 24. You can calculate in 8 seconds, 7th second. Okay. If you are taking D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, D8, D9, and D10. Okay, in D10, you had calculated the value of displacement is 24 meter. Okay, like this, similarly, you can calculate the value of D9, D8, D7, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6. And the total will be, you know very well, the total distance in 10 seconds will be 150 meter. Okay, you can do this thing. This is your home assignment.